Making this video is a testimony. You seeing my face right now is a testimony. Talking to you guys is a testimony, because this is one video that the devil never wanted it to come up on YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be here. Making this video is a testimony. You seeing my face right now is a testimony. Talking to you guys is a testimony, because this is one video that the devil never wanted it to come up on YouTube. The devil never wanted me to be alive to make this video, but God say no, mercy say no. And I'm here to just appreciate the Almighty God and to thank you, my amazing subscribers, for your support through this trying time. Yes, I'm just going to gist you all that happened, but before then, I just want to say Baba Ashe. I just want to say Baba Ashe. Even this earring didn't want me to do this video, but I'm doing it, okay? So guys, what really happened? My pregnancy journey, first of all, is over. Yes, but guys, it was a very tough one. Like, it was as if this video, like, not as if this video is one video that wouldn't have made it to YouTube, because the devil came. He tried everything, he used every means, but God said no. Mercy said no. He said no, is not her time yet. Now, before we start all over this, I made a video last time. I think the second to last video before this video, I talked about the fact that during the pregnancy, I had different calls. I received different calls. My husband received different calls, and all of them were pointing to the fact that I should either pray, for against accidents, or I should pray that I deliver my baby safely and all that. It got to a point and I was like, okay, fine. I kept praying. It was as if the more I prayed, the more, people keep calling me. And trust me, I'm not the kind of person that visits all those churches where they tell you this person wants to kill you or that person wants to kill you. No, the people that were calling me were actually relatives. So it was just so much of me and my husband. At a point, my mental health became affected. Like, I just lost interest in so many things. I felt like, okay, whatever. It was just through that process of denial, like, this is not going to happen, to the process of acceptance, like, okay, fine, if it's going to happen, let it happen and all that. But in all this, I was just feeling for my princess and I was feeling for my husband, and these were the people that I was just like, God, how would they cope if eventually what the devil planned happened? Like, trust me, it was so much of me and my husband. At that point, he was actually being supportive, not like being supportive, like trying to make sure he's strong for us. But I knew what he was going through. Like, he always wear this smile and all that, but behind that smile, you can actually see that he was going through a lot during that period. The calls were constant. It got to a point that if I had to receive like 20 calls in a week, 4 or 5 out of those calls will be pray about this, pray about this, pray about this. Like, it became so much. It was so much. It was so much. Oh, pray about this. Going out and as of then became like, oh God, do I even know if I was going to come back? I resorted to like, okay, I'm not going to be entering any public transport. I prefer trekking to where I'm going to and all that. Like, just because they say accidents. Okay, if I'm trekking. So guys, fast forward to the trimesters of pregnancy. My pregnancy got to 40 weeks. But before then, it happened that every week from 36th week, I always experience this contraction and nothing ended up happening. And it was like, it contributed to the fear we had, or we're having as of then. I will have this intense contraction, and at the end of the day, nothing will happen. So at the 40th week, as of the day I made that video, it was on Wednesday, and the Thursday was supposed to be my antenatal clinic. I already made up my mind that, when I get to that place, I will just tell the midwife, oh yeah, send me to the doctor. Let me go and see gynae. Even if it's CS that you people are going to do to make sure I'm alive and my baby is alive, because I was already tired, considering combining the pressure, the fear, the everything was just there. So on that Wednesday, after making that video on Wednesday, on Thursday morning there was supposed to be for antenatal, no, sorry, rather on that Wednesday, later on that same day, because I made that video in the morning, later on that same day I saw this is what usually happen after all. We'll see all this and nothing will happen. But then on a second thought, I decided to go to the hospital that day to say, okay, this is what I'm experiencing and all that. So when I got to the hospital, the midwife checked and said, okay, you have to see if I need to go home and then prepare to come back. So I went home, got my things ready, and went back to the hospital with my husband. But I wanted to film this whole process, trust me. But in a second thought, or rather the devil started playing a fast one on me, like, why will you want, your husband and your daughter to go through this when my enemy, obviously not me, is no more? Because all those calls, all those messages started registering on my head, like, why do you want to film something that will not come to pass? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to leave this memory for them? Why do you want to leave that memory for them? Like, guys, I wish there was a way I took a clip of what we went through during this period. It would have helped me to kind of explain this more to you. Like, I had to find a way to trick my husband to take my daughter back home. And at that point, I was like, I thought you said you wanted to film this whole process. I thought you said you wanted to film the labor, the delivery and all that. I said, yes, but I changed my mind. I don't want mosquito to bite my baby. I was like, this hospital that have mosquito net everywhere. I said, no, I don't trust the net. And guys, that was how I managed to trick them to go back home. Because at that point, the devil was playing a fat track on me. Like, why do you want them to be here to experience this? Why do you want them to be here to hear this bad news? Why do you want them to be here to do this? So I had to look for a way to trick them home. Because one, at that point, I didn't even want to keep any record that they will keep remembering, or probably keep watching, that will keep making them feel bad, or, pained about whatever would have happened to my enemy, not me. And apart from that, I was so scared. I was really, really scared. So guys, they left, and trust me, Mr. Man went home and he didn't rest. He kept calling me, like it was as if he was still in the hospital, because all through he was calling me. When the contraction come, I make some sound that he'll be like, okay, sorry. And when he leaves, when I feel better, I will continue the conversation with him. And that was how it continued until I got to 8 c.m. At that point, I had to switch off my phone. And I'm very sure, according to him, he said he got so scared because he wanted to keep in touch, considering what we've went through, what we've gone through, and, the stories, the messages, the calls and all that, that he was so scared at the point where he could not get to me anymore. If you weren't that it was already midnight, he would have looked for a way, to come over to the hospital. And considering the security situation here, he could not. Guys, I met the most amazing midwife on earth. Nurses are beautiful. Nursing is a noble profession. Thank you, Nurse Fidosi. She was with me all through. Like, this lady is a Muslim, so when I'm praying, she keep answering Imam. It got to a point, I was the only one on active labor that night. It got to a point that she had to come and sit in the labor room. She left the postnatal ward, came to sit in the labor room with me. And when the contraction comes, I tend to hold his clothes and then shake my head, move my head, and whatever comes in mind for me to do, then I will do it. And he will be there saying sorry and all that. And she is an amazing person. God bless her for that. So guys, it continued until the most handsome, the cutest baby boy I have ever seen in my life came. I experienced peace. I regretted why I didn't make video of it, or rather why I didn't make the video of the whole process and all that. It was that moment of peace. It was that moment that God gave me peace. His labor was not problematic. There was no complication, nothing. My son came. God added one to my family. And I'm here to return all the praise to him. I just want to sing Baba o Eshe. I just want to sing Baba o Eshe, for the life you gave to me. I've come to say thank you for your son Jesus Christ, who died for my sake. I just want to say Baba o Eshe. Okay. I don't know how to thank God. I don't know how to appreciate him. I don't know how to reverence his name. Just join me and say thank you. Thank you to the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the one that said it's not time yet. I'm alive. My son is here. My joy is complete. Thank you all to everyone who stood by me during this trying time. You all are amazing. Those who come to watch my video, those who share my video despite I don't come to watch theirs, I don't take it for granted. Sometimes when I see those things, I feel like, oh, God bless you. That's the only word that drops in my mind. When I see your beautiful comment, I just say, God bless you. Because that's the only thing that drops in my mind. I'll be like, oh, I wish this person knew what I'm going through right now and what they share or view, means to me. Thank you all. The devil did not see my end. This pregnancy did not see my end. Rather, I saw the end. And I'm here to appreciate God Almighty. I am super grateful. Thank you all, amazing family. Please drop your congratulations in the comment section, because I'm going to be presenting this cutest, lovely baby to you all very soon. But I just came here to talk about it because I remember I promised you all that I was going to film everything concerning this pregnancy, like starting from my second to last video, but then it didn't happen that way. So I needed to explain before going forward, and boom, you just see a baby and you'll be like, Casey, when did it happen? So guys, thank you all for your support. Please share my video, like, subscribe if you're yet to, and I will see you in my next one. But before then, just know that you're amazing. Bye guys.